Hello, I'm Keith, and this is my dad, Kerwin. Welcome back to Father and Son, a Star Wars podcast.
Thank you very much for joining us on another episode. Keith, remember there was a Christmas present. You were 5 years old when he got you this Captain Rex ATTE.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dearest I could ever ask for. Wow, I don't even know how to thank you.
Can you turn it, face it towards the camera? So,
I don't even know how to thank you. You're that nice.
what's it called, Keith?
It's called Captain Rex at Tea.
Wow. Yeah, I just remember how excited you were, to get that box. And we saw that because we saw the ATTE because of a recent Rebels episode, right? Where it was Captain Rex and Wolf and Gregor appeared.
Or at least it was recent in 2016.
Right. Yes. Right. So it was, just seeing that look on your face was priceless. So Captain Rex, for you at least, was one of those characters that you grew to love, like along with Ahsoka Tano, right? So I thought this would be nice if we can devote this episode to talk more about Captain Rex.
Yep.
All right.
We started off with 5 words to describe him from an entirely long list.
Yes.
So it's leader, mentor, loyal, sympathetic, and brave.
Right. 5 words to describe him, right? So we narrowed it down. So let's start talking about Rex as a leader.
Yep. We first met him in the 2008 film Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the same one we met Ahsoka in. And he's a leader because he's, a captain, head of the 501st Legion, and right-hand man to Anakin Skywalker. Captain Rex fought alongside Anakin in many battles, including Christophsis, Teth, Minban, Seleucami, Ryloth, Umbara, Ringo Vinda, and many more.
All right. And we just talked about Ahsoka Tano. That was actually when we first met Ahsoka as well in that movie. And when the two of them met for the first time and had that conversation, it set the tone for their relationship.
Yep.
I outrank you, right?
In my book, experience outranks everything.
Well, if experience outranks everything, I guess I better start getting some.
So what that does now is bring us to our second character trait for Rex, which is mentor, right? Now, Ahsoka, she's young, she's inexperienced, and she's learned to become a Jedi in the time of war, which is very tough. Just becoming a Jedi is tough enough, but to do it in a time of war. So not only did she need to learn the skills and to become a Jedi Knight, but she also needed to learn the skills how to become a general in a war. And that's where Captain Rex came in, his experience and his knowledge, right? And through the many years of being in different battles, this trust has grown between them and a bond has grown between them, right? And then that bond takes them from these battles up until the Clone Wars, right? And they were friends for a very, very long time.
Yep. And the next word is loyal. Some might say that Rex was born to fight. After all, that's what all clones were engineered to do. Defend the Republic and fight. On the planet Seleucami, Rex gets injured and the other clones ship him to a farmer's home. But Rex finds out that the farmer is Cut LaQuaid, a deserting clone. Of course, Rex is not happy.
Well, Cut has a pretty good argument. So what Cut is trying to say is he should be allowed to make his own decisions, right? He has the right to choose the life he wants to live, and he chooses to be a farmer and have a family, right?
Yep.
Cut challenges Rex with a question, and I have it right here. Is Rex fighting the war because that's what he's been told to do, or is that what he wants to do? Rex says it's his choice to fight for the Republic to maintain freedom for future generations. And at this point, Rex could have turned Cut in for deserting the war.
Yep. In fact, let's see a little clip from the episode.
That is not your choice to make. You swore an oath to the Republic. You have a duty. I have a duty, you're right, but it's to my family.
So Rex is sympathetic, right?
Right.
Again, he could have turned cut in. He decided not to. War has been taking a toll on Rex. He's lost many brothers in the war. One example of a story with CT 5555, also
Yes.
known as Fives, right?
That's what they really call him.
Yes. So on Ring of Vinda, Fives witnesses his part in the Tup, destroy Jedi Master Templar.
Yeah.
Tup apparently suffered from a malfunctioning chip. Now, remember, these chips were there to activate once Order 66 has been executed.
But Tup's chip, quote, activated prematurely.
It activated prematurely, right?
Fives investigates and realizes all clones have this inhibitor chip in their head. When he reports this to the Jedi, the Kaminoans, and the Supreme Chancellor, no one believes him. They think he's delusional and is suffering from a virus.
Okay. So Fives uncovers a conspiracy that's going on at the very top.
Yep.
Of course, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine wants to cover up this since he is the one responsible for having the chips implanted, right? He's
Yeah.
working with the Kaminoans to implant this chip.
Exactly.
Right. So Palpatine devises a plan to set up Fives and accuses Fives of trying to assassinate him, the Chancellor. Now Fives is on the run.
Now Fives tries to plead his case again. He requests only to speak with Anakin and Rex. Unfortunately, Fives is not himself due to something Null Seg gave him. So he's kind of he can't communicate as well as he used to. So he can't say what he knows about the chip as easily as it would. But all the while, Palpatine has clone troopers going after Fives.
Right. Okay. And Fives actually asked for two people to speak with, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Anakin and Rex.
Right. Anakin and Rex. Okay. All right. So the plan is that Rex, well, he wanted Rex and Anakin to be there so Fives can plead his case as to what happened. He's being set up. Palpatine is a part of it, but you're right. He couldn't really express himself very well, and he panicked. And we did have clone troopers there. I think it was Commander Cody who might have been the one.
Fox.
Was it Fox? All right, Commander Fox was the one who actually took down Fives, unfortunately. And Fives was laying on the ground. Rex comes over to him, and this is where the other trait, sympathetic, comes into play. Rex holds Fives in his arms, right? And Rex is trying to console him, and there he is witnessing another one of his brothers being taken down, all right, due to, it's not war related, but still just watching another one of his brothers being taken away from him. It just brings more of a toll to Rex. All right. So now that brings us to our last trait, brave. All right. Now, there have been many times when Rex has put his life on the line to save others. But one of the bravest things Rex has ever done is actually question the decisions of authority.
Yep.
Right?
So there's an evil Jedi general named Pong Krell who has absolutely no respect.
Pong Krell. I just like saying that name, Pong Krell. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. He has no respect for the clones, and boy, does it show. Krell is a terrible leader, and he just sends these people out blindly to go do his bidding while he watches from some cliff above, probably making popcorn like a Mantel mix. He's got the Mantel mix in his hand, like fruity.
Yeah.
I taste some frostberry.
Right. So let's talk about the story. So this is taking place on a bar, right? Pong Krell has taken over Anakin's battalion temporarily, right? And again, the Jedi are generals in this war, so the general's job is to lead his team to victory, to battles. But
Yep.
apparently what he's been doing with this team is he's actually losing lives of the members instead of saving lives. So some of these members get upset. Fives, as a matter of fact, was one of them at the time who did not like to be
Pushed around.
didn't like Pong Krell being the general of this battalion because too many lives are being lost.
Yeah.
And they decide to go against Pong Krell, and he finds out, and he wants Fives and this other trooper to be executed, just to put it bluntly, for treason.
Yeah, and Crow won't just back off.
Right.
He orders the execution of them.
Right.
One of his fives.
But
Rex refuses to follow.
yes.
Crow takes revenge on Rex for disobeying orders and sends the troops on another mission. The enemies, Umbarans dressed in clone armor, are now trying to close in. So Rex and the troops go to battle the Umbarans, but they find out that the enemy is not, in fact, the Umbarans.
Right.
Rather, it's Pong Krell himself. He's been pitting the clones against each other, telling each side that the Umbarans are the clones.
Right. So what he's doing is he's sending the clones on a mission and telling them the Umbarans, they're the bad guys, they need to be taken care of. But be careful, because the Umbarans are actually dressing up as clones, right? To disguise themselves. So when Rex and his team gets to the planet, and apparently they see the Umbarans in battle wearing their armor, they think, okay, well, I'm not sure how we know, who's who, but then they start firing upon each other. But then when one of them is hit, Rex goes over, removes the helmet, and realizes that's one of his brothers.
Yeah,
one of
they're
the
all
clone
clones.
troopers, right?
So he runs through the battlefield, waving his hands, trying to signal everybody's attention. In fact, here's the clip.
They're shooting at our own men! They're not Umbarans! They're clones! Take off your helmets! Show them you're not the enemy! They're clones! Whoa. Everyone, stop firing! Cease fire! They're not Umbarans! They're clones! Look! We clones! We're all clones! What?
Right. And yeah. And the clone troopers are just shocked. Like, what is going on? How did we get here? Rex realizes that this was a setup by Pong Krell to actually have the clone troopers take each other out.
Yep.
And that's when they go back and they try to confront Pong Krell. But he is very powerful. But just imagine, a Jedi doing something that evil, it's ridiculous. It's terrible. Wait a minute. I think we had Jedi who have done something that evil.
Anakin.
Okay, Anakin Skywalker. Okay, all right. Rex learns an important lesson. He used to believe a good soldier meant following orders, but clones
are not programmed.
Exactly.
They learn to make their own decisions.
That's right, exactly. All right, very powerful words. And there's so many great stories about Rex, but we just can't fit it all into one episode. But we just wanted to talk about these character traits. And again, Rex he's been around, he's seen a lot. He's a wonderful character. And we just wanted to devote some time to talk about Captain Rex, all right? So this was awesome.
Yep.
Very good. Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Okay, all right. Where can people find us?
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, Stitcher, Spreaker, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. And we have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. If you know anyone who's a Star Wars fan, bring them our way. Let them know about us. Like us on Facebook. And we also have a Twitter and Instagram page. Please follow us there.
Yep. And don't forget our website, FartherToTheGalaxy.com.
All right, there we have it. Okay, all right. Thank you again for tuning in. Take care, and we will see you again.